I'm gonna go into in depth on how I met Dallas Now What. I met Dallas Now What through Urge Seven actually. I think at the time I was sitting at Urge's house before I met him, and he played like a song that Dallas did a production for, and I think it was an Anita Baker song that he chopped up, and it was really sick, super dope, whatever. And then I think Dallas came over a little bit later. I was talking to him about it, like, yo, man, that's a super sick sample, that's a dope song, whatever. And we kind of start chopping it up from there. Dallas is actually just a dope individual, man. Like sometimes he'll randomly call me up and like, yo, I made this beat and I thought about you. If you want to rap over it, I'll go for it. Or sometimes if I have an idea in my head, I'll hit him up sometimes and be like, hey, I got this song or I got this type of beat, and he'll ask me kind of what I'm feeling on it, and then like I say, even later that day, he'll go ahead and drop that beat to me and let me kind of rhyme. And as a artist and myself, somebody that loves to create music and like loves to just create and make songs, whatever. Having a producer that is really interested in making the beats, making the vibe is actually kind of beneficial. I thought it would be cool to go ahead and have Dallas on this episode of Independent, just because everybody actually looks at the music artist as kind of the highlight or the focus point, but you can't really do it without the beat makers, the producers, and he gives a side of doing production for music that I thought was really insightful. And then also his story was, Dallas in his actual interview talks about how he puts family above everything. So it's family above music, which maybe is something I should have learned, when I was doing music, because sometimes I would have the music before family, and that didn't work out so well for me on my end. Dallas will let how his wife and his family are kind of the foundation of everything he does, and he'll like I said, and he'll go and make production, but he'll make sure that he puts them first. He talks about them first, and I think that was very important. And even from a production range, like I said, he does know different music artists in the industry. You can see him kind of talking to people and sharing insight and creativity with people as far as making music and production. And I thought that was a super dope highlight as well. Like I said, a lot of times I don't see too many music producers unless they're uber famous or uber, like, the top of the top, get interviews on that. And I wanted to highlight that a bit, kind of get his his mode of what he does. He says like sometimes he'll go into making a beat and he'll make a whole bunch of beats and have to come back to him just because of his he has a thing where he doesn't really sit back and focus on one beat the whole time. So sometimes he says he'll have a beat in his head and he'll get that beat in, he'll do a skeleton beat of that, and he'll do another skeleton beat of this one and that one and that one, and then he'll come back and kind of flesh them out. I think that's just interesting to talk about the process of making music. Like I said, making music is not all about the lyrics. It is about the beat. It is about the production, and we got a chance to highlight him in that aspect. I think the cool thing about interviewing Dallas was he talks about relationships and how to build relationships in music and what they can do for you and the advantages you can get from them. And I think that's very important, especially, like I said, as you're collaborating. I think music is not a solo project or solo type of deal. It's a collaboration between others. And he kind of goes with that and kind of what you can get in that aspect of it. I've known him for a while. He's one of a good friend where I can actually, like I said, call him up and say, hey man, I got this idea in my head, and he'll get it back to me. And just having that idea is actually just pretty, that advantage is really really nice. He was one of the ones that did all the production. He had the beats on the Urge Seven and the Mike the Middleman project, whatever. But he would send me beats, throughout the day randomly. He'd call me, hey, listen to this one, or hey, check this one out. I mean, there'd be tons of beats in there. And me as an MC, and when I hear a beat, I have to write to it. And it's just, I've never had that before. I've never had a producer where you can go back and you can say, hey, you know what, I don't like this hi-hat, I don't like this drum pattern, and he'll go back and kind of change it and adjust it for you with no qualms, no issues, no anything. And just like I said, it's a story as a producer, as an independent producer that helps out independent artists. I thought it was very key for him to go ahead and have an episode in this independent series, because he's a very important part. Like I said, producers and their stories are a very important part as a whole in making music in general. So I just wanted to highlight how I met him. Like I said, I met him through Urge 7, and then, like I said, we actually ended up hitting it off. We'll have long conversations, political, or we'll have deep dive conversations about what we can do, not even on music, just other things that we can talk about, just in life, us being brothers in life, and, just kind of going through. And I think that's, like, very important And and like I said, same thing with Dallas. Like if I ask him, hey, can I do such and such, or can you do this for me? 9 times out of 10, he's gonna, come back and give me a yes, or I haven't very rarely had him say no, I can't do that, or no, I'm not sure if I can make that happen, whatever. So I just want to highlight the story of the production, the producer, how he became episode 3, and you should definitely check it out, man. I think he gives a real in-depth detail of his production process and what he does as far as how he creates in our episode 3 of Independence. So stay tuned, check it out, man. Go check out Dallas Now What episode. Yeah, peace.